How often do you feel like you need to be in control for things to work out? If you're anything like I used to be, probably all the time, right? But here's the paradoxical truth. The more you try to control, the more you block what you truly want. But even though you probably know that what I'm saying is true, how do you actually do it? How do you let go? And how are you supposed to trust the universe when there appears to be all kinds of random craziness going on around us? We're about to discover the answers. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Trevor. And when I got into a terrible mess with both money and my love life about 30 years ago, I thought the law of attraction was going to save me. In a way, I suppose you could say it kind of did, but not because I could visualize well or I was great at reciting affirmations. It took me a good few years to realize that not only were those techniques not helping, they were actually getting in the way of things manifesting. It took a long time for me to see it because I had to go through one frustration after another before I saw there was a pattern. When I stopped trying, or to put it another way, when I let go, things just fell into place. Then the paradox became, how can I deliberately let go when I want something badly? And there was still the question of trusting in that big old universe to deliver. Eventually, I saw how easy and simple it really is. And if you'd like to know more about my non-woo-woo approach to manifesting the life of your dreams, you can download a free copy of my ebook, Let's Manifest A Ferrari, from the link you'll find at the top of the description below this video. Let's try a quick experiment. Are you up for it? It's very easy and quick. Think about a time when you were trying really hard to make something happen and it just wouldn't. So, 2 questions. First, why were you trying so hard? And secondly, who or what did you think you were addressing? Now, I can't be sure, but I suspect the answer to the first question, why you were trying so hard, is because at that time, you wanted something in your life to change. I mean, badly. And the second question, you most likely answered with something like, I was communicating with the universe. Now, you might have said higher intelligence or infinite wisdom or even God or some other name. But for our purposes, they're all the same thing. In that paradigm, it seems to me the universe is conceived as infinite. Not just in size, but in its powers. It's omnipotent, so it can grant wishes, or it can take them away, or it can simply ignore little old you or me. In that case, we'd better learn how to speak to it so it will listen and respond in the way we want it to, hadn't we? But let's suppose you have the kind of experience I used to have. No matter how often or how vividly you visualize your desired outcome, nothing changes. Doesn't matter how desperate or urgent your need is, the money or whatever you want simply doesn't materialize on time. You'd better go back to school, get more books on manifesting, learn affirmations the way the universe likes to hear them, practice your techniques some more until you're blue in the face. Does this sound even close to a recipe for success with manifesting? And then, finally, the moment you stopped obsessing over it, everything fell into place. What's going on there? Why does letting go seem to trigger the very thing we were striving for? Here's the paradox most people miss. When we let go of control, we create space for the universe to deliver what we truly want. Control is an illusion. It's our mind's way of trying to manage uncertainty. To be more precise, it's our ego's way of trying to manage, well, everything. It just isn't designed for that. It can't do it, and it's not its job, no matter how much it likes to think it is. But what if the universe you're trying to communicate with isn't some great big entity out there, but an integral part of you, as built into the system as physical things like circulating your blood or digesting food. Those are things we don't generally have control over too. And unless we have some illness, we trust our bodies to just get on with jobs like that. Well, the universe is the system you're directly plugged into, just like your toaster or your TV is plugged into an electricity supply that has almost certainly nothing to do with you either, but without which none of your devices or gadgets are going to work. And just as once you've pressed the button that fires up your toaster or TV, you then leave it to make you toast or show you some entertainment, that's all you need to do with the universe. You're a part of it. Manifesting isn't about controlling outcomes. It's about being in sync with the natural flow of life. That's where the effortless part comes in. When you stop trying to force everything, you shift into a state of allowing. This is what the 3 principles refer to as accessing the wisdom of the mind, the space where insights naturally arise. The myth here is that you need to work harder to get more. But here's the truth. The universe doesn't respond to effort. It responds to alignment. And alignment happens when we let go of trying to make things happen and start trusting that they already are. Just like you know your morning toast is on the way as soon as you've pressed that button on your toaster. In fact, alignment doesn't so much happen as naturally fall back into place. You don't manifest through struggle. You manifest through clarity and ease. The less you try to control, the more powerful your manifesting becomes. Now, before I give you your action step, I'm going to take a moment to remind you to pick up a copy of my free ebook, Let's Manifest a Ferrari, by clicking on the link at the top of the description, because all of this will fall into place in your mind much more readily once you read it. So here's your action step. Think of one thing in your life right now that you're trying to control. It could be a relationship, a job, or even a desire to manifest more money. Whatever it is, take a deep breath and release it. You'll still have thoughts about it. You'll still want it, well, probably, but release it like you release your toaster or TV to just work and deliver what they're supposed to. When thoughts come, ignore them. They only become controlling thoughts when you give them attention and believe you have to act on them. But if new ideas come and they feel good, follow those. Intuitive nudges that feel right, those are good too. Let go of the need to manage every detail and watch what happens when you give the universe space to move and let the universe lead the dance. It won't fail you. And in case you missed my last video in this little series, which is about how thoughts become things, I strongly suggest you watch that right now while these ideas are fresh in your mind. In fact, even if you've seen it already, it's worth taking a few minutes to watch it again, because new ideas like these can take their time to bed in. And today you've had fresh information, so the learning process becomes much easier. In the next video, we'll explore how to recognize the signs that the universe is working on your behalf, even when you don't see it. You won't want to miss that, and I'll post a link to it as soon as it's recorded and uploaded to this channel. Okay, I'm going to leave you to do both those things. Watch the other video and get my free ebook.